Here's what's coming up on today's show.
A lot of times when we run through these and what things cost and what you're going to need, a lot of people choose to either continue working or save more now so they can have the type of retirement that they want.
Hello, this is Mark Silverman, managing member and founder of Silverman & Associates, and I'm also a certified financial planner professional. I want to welcome you to the Saving with Silverman podcast. I'm glad you're here. Each week, we'll discuss different financial planning topics because making smarter choices about your money impacts the quality of your life.
Some people develop false hope. Some people are clinging to certain ideas that give them a sense of false hope about their retirement. Explain the faulty thinking that makes us classify these thoughts as kind of fool's gold, I guess you could say. Some people have the mindset that they'll be ready to retire once they hit a certain number in their savings. A lot of people say, hey, I got $1 million. I can retire now, but it's nothing magical about that number, is there?
Yeah, and it's not usually $1 million. It's usually a lot more. It depends on what age you're retiring, what's your life expectancy, how many years you're going to have in retirement. So when we do financial planning, we can actually come up with that number. So, saying you want to retire in 5 years at X amount of dollars, how much you're going to need, what is your number? And usually it's more than $1 million unless you're retiring it in your 80s or something like that. So there is a number, but what most people's number that they think it is not correct. And so that's why it's important to work with someone that can actually run the numbers and give you a realistic number, and using inflation and all these other different things that are going to be important to figure that number out. Because if you're sitting at a certain number, you need to know whether that number is in today's dollars or future dollars, et cetera.
Oh, exactly. You can't know that number in advance without some planning and preparation on your part and also Mark Silverman's part. And as he mentioned, inflation is something that a lot of people don't even consider.
Right.
And also taxes. I mean, we don't know exactly what taxes are going to be like in the future.
No, we need to make assumptions, but knowing that taxes are probably going to go up, given the national debt keeps going up and up. So
a lot of people think that their income needs are going to drastically decrease once they retire. My cost of living is not going to be as high after I'm retired. Not necessarily true.
Not necessarily true. I mean, most people spend about the same in retirement as they do in their working years. Where you may see a difference is maybe 70 to 80% of their working income in retirement. That's maybe if they have a mortgage and the mortgage gets paid off prior to retirement.
Yeah.
There's the 20, 30% that they were spending on their mortgage that no longer is there. But as you still know, there's still property taxes, insurance, upkeep, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
So, but most people spend about the same in retirement, and most people spend more when they first retire than they do later on in retirement, because you have the health to go travel and do those sorts of things. Whereas as you get older, into your 80s and beyond, you're probably not going to be traveling. That money that you would be using for travel, maybe using for healthcare, things that aren't covered by insurance.
As we have talked about so many times, I mean, there's the go-go stage when you first retire. You're probably doing a lot of traveling, and then there's slow go, and then no go.
Correct.
Yep. It's pretty much true for almost everybody. So you may have the assumption that you'll receive an inheritance at some point that's going to make up for any shortfall in your own savings, but that's really difficult to count on that.
It's very difficult. When we do planning, it's good to know about, but here's the problem with inheritance. One, you don't know how much you're going to get, and two, you don't know when you're going to get it. So when we do planning, there's two things that we need: the amount of money that you're going to need in a certain year, or what something's going to cost in today's dollars, and then the year that it's going to happen. When it comes to inheritance, we don't know. There might be something coming in. So it's something that we can include in the plan, but not till after it's already happened. When you receive it, we can add it into the plan, but we can't really make a planning assumption with it saying, hey, you're going to get this in 5 years and this amount, because one, you don't know, and two, you don't know when you're going to get it. So it's a tough one.
Yeah, true. Some people go into retirement and they have the notion that they'll just figure out how to make it work in retirement because they can cut their spending way down if they have to do that. But that almost never works.
It's tougher to do, easier said than done. But I mean, if you're used to living on $100,000 a year and now in retirement you're going to have to be living on 50, especially now that you have more time, whereas you were spending 100 when you were working.
Yeah.
Is it impossible? No. Is it difficult to do? Very, very difficult to do. So, a lot of times when we run through these and what things cost and what you're going to need, a lot of people choose to either continue working or save more now so they can have the type of retirement that they want.
Yeah. And, a lot of people make the assumption that the income estimate that shows up in your 401k statement is actually accurate. It may not be.
Oh, those, whether it's your TSP, your 401k, those numbers are, do not rely on those.
Yeah.
That's not accurate. I don't even know why they shouldn't even put those on there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you need to figure out, how much income you're going to need, and then go about the idea of
and
putting
we'll put together an income plan, Social Security, if there's a pension, your investments, all these different areas, and put together an income plan that's going to last you the rest of your life with, calculated inflation and all the different goals and objectives that you have as well.
Reliable income streams after
Correct.
those paychecks stop coming in, for sure.
Correct.
Hey, Mark, I know a lot of people out there thinking that, I've been listening to Mark Silverman for years. I haven't made that phone call. What's in it for them if they go ahead and call you right now and in 2026? I mean,
it's
why
a
should
chance
they
to have
be
a
concerned?
one-on-one conversation with me. I mean, hopefully if you haven't filed extensions, your taxes are done, so you should have everything.
Yeah.
But it's a good time to get organized. Like I said before, we're almost halfway through this year. So don't let another year go by. I mean, I can't tell you how many people have come in and said, I've been listening to you for years.
Yeah.
I wish I would have called you sooner. Well, I wish you would have too, but you didn't. And so here we are, and we're going to make the best we can. So the sooner you do it, the better. It's just having a conversation. That's the first step. You get on the calendar, you get to talk to me. It's a 15 to 20 minute phone call, and we'll see if it's worth our while to pursue anything down the road as well.
And this certainly doesn't happen always, but once in a while, Mark will have somebody come in who's, they just really want to retire, and they feel like they can't. And then by the time they have a conversation, he finds out all about them and everything and what the situation is. He's able to sometimes pat people on the back and say, you could retire right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, we have. I mean, I had a client retire this year that was looking to retire next year. Yeah. And we did a plan for him, and he's retiring this summer.
Man, would that be a great feeling?
So
I'm telling you. If you think I'm going to have to work 2 more years or 3 more years, whatever the case may be, and Mark may even say to you, you could retire 5 years ago.
He did a very good job of saving. And so,
yeah.
Well,
it's it really varies from person to person. Everybody's situations are different, and that's why we say there's no cookie-cutter solution when it comes to retirement planning. Call Mark Silverman's office, 520-333-7601. Call or text if you'd rather do that, 520-333-7601. Make sure that Silverman & Associates has your name and your phone number, and we'll get a call back to you. And then you will be on your way to having a conversation with Mark Silverman. He's not going to put you off on anybody else. You're going to actually have the conversation with the guy who does this show every time. Mark Silverman, your certified financial planner professional, the founder of Silverman & Associates, and the managing member, of course, his office in Tucson. And I hope you will call that number or text that number, 520-333-7601. You've been listening to the Saving with Silverman podcast. If you have any questions at all about your financial situation, please give Mark Silverman a call. Again, his number is 520-333-7601, or go online to savingwithsilverman.com. For Mark Silverman, I'm Ron Stutz. We'll see you next time on the Saving with Silverman podcast.
The Saving with Silverman podcast is brought to you by Silverman & Associates Wealth Management, LLC, based in Tucson, Arizona. The show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere you listen to shows. Subscribe to the show on your favorite app today and never miss an episode. Just search for Saving with Silverman to find us, or visit savingwithsilverman.com to listen to past episodes, to contact Mark, and to learn more about how to make smarter decisions with your money.
Did you know that Mark Silverman also has a radio show? Tune in to Saving with Silverman Saturdays and Sundays at 3 p.m. on AM 790 KNST.
All matters discussed on this show are for informational purposes only. Opinions expressed are solely those of Silverman & Associates Wealth Management, LLC, and staff. All topics covered are believed to be from reliable sources. However, Silverman & Associates Wealth Management, LLC makes no representation as to its accuracy or completeness. This show shall in no way be construed as a solicitation to sell securities or investment advisory services to residents of any state other than Arizona or where otherwise permitted. Topics should be discussed with your individual advisor prior to implementation. Fee-based financial planning and investment advisory services offered through Silverman & Associates Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Arizona. Insurance products and services are offered through Silverman & Associates, an affiliated company.